Hey guys, it's me. And so I wanted to connect with you today because I did make you a promise about what I have learned and experienced over the weekend. And I'm so thankful that you commented that I'm just going to share this as fast as I can um, and as efficient as I can. So, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. So, what I had learned is something called story selling, or the 6 pillars to having higher conversions that will close your sales. And you can use this in any format, as far as one-on-one conversations over the phone in front of people. And it's a little bit more of a challenge with your copy, but if you're really creative, it is also going to convert. I've had a lot of aha moments as a copywriter. So, but I'm going to share the secret, as I did promise you. So I'm going to share the icons, and I'm just going to jump into the meat and potatoes so that I don't waste your time. And so my agenda is to just get you the information quickly. And then we're just going to come to a close. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. So as you can see, I shared this vision thing with you, or these icons with you, and this is going to help me stay on purpose. So the very first thing you see is a cheesy cat, okay? That cat is a conversation piece. So when you're talking to your clients one-on-one, you want to open the conversation with an icebreaker. So tell me about your cat, or tell me about the weather, or how is the weather? How do you feel about the weather? Any kind of question that will open up a person so that they start a conversation with you. Whatever it is that will kind of disarm them. But then as soon as you open up the conversation of, so great weather we're having, and if they want to express, yeah, I just got back from San Diego, it was wonderful, just say San Diego. So tell me what that was like. Just open up the conversation to disarm them. Then as soon as the conversation kind of goes a little bit, I wouldn't say stale, but once it kind of dies down, you can jump into, okay, so the second one is the agenda, and basically you're going to be very clear and concise with your intentions with the person. So here's how to run the session. You basically will say, okay, I'm not sure, today we're just going to be scouting at each other out. We're going to see if this is the right fit for you. I am going to do everything I can to deliver the best service that we can. And if not, I'm definitely going to do my best to give you at least 3 to 4 or 5 referrals of people that can definitely solve your problems. And so once you give them the clear intention that you want to solve their problems, this is how you are going to run the situation or run the show, that really gives them the idea that your time is precious, their time is precious, to show them that we're just going to stay on course. And so in your sales copy, it's the same exact thing. Let's cut to the crap. Let's move on. This is what, at the end of the story, you're definitely going to have these solutions. If not, we're going to, channel you to another person that has that solution. Anyway, we're going to move to the third block. Why me? Why now? It's a very important question. Because of the fact that it helps you qualify your leads, okay? You want to know what brought them to you. Why did they come to your website? And this is a very important block for the fact that when it comes to marketing and driving traffic, you want to know why did that person come to you, and why now? What is it that they're going to tell you? As far as their pains, their struggles, or something like that. And in the beginning, they're not really going to give you the underlying message, but just understanding where they're coming from, this is going to help you. Also, asking a lot of questions. You should ask at least 5 questions so that they understand that you really do care, that you really want to know what is the reason they really came here. And why today? So don't be afraid to ask. And also, you can take this component right here if you are doing some sales copy, online marketing, And there's a great book. It's by Ryan Levesque. It's called Ask. I strongly recommend it for the fact that it really helps you open up your eyes to asking survey questions and finding out what is it that people are doing to come to you? Why you? And why do they trust you so much? And it helps you establish that rapport. It also helps you understand the timeline. Are they looking to buy now, or are they looking to buy later? So this is a very important component, and the secret really is that the more questions you ask, the better off you are to know if the timeline, they will also respect your time. And on top of that, the more questions you ask, the better off, the more sales you'll pretty much close, because that component is what makes a person make a decision. It's all in, the secret really is in the questions. So that's pretty much what I was taught by John. And honestly, he is so good that he pretty much asked me 5 or 6 questions so that I would buy $30,000 worth of dental work. Of course, it was an example. I didn't buy the dental work, but it was really good, and he isn't even a dentist. So it was really intricate because he wanted to know why did I want my teeth fixed, and then what was the thing that was stopping me. And just asking those kind of questions through a survey is a very good way to understand how to drive your traffic, how to ask the right questions, how to build out your sales copy, and know your objections in advance. So the third one is vision. And so one of my favorite questions he asked me is, if we can wave a magic wand today, what would it be? What would your perfect day be? Or what would your solution be? And so this prompts people to be in a more positive mindset. By example, you have a toothache today, and if a dentist was going to jump in and start saying, oh, we're going to extract your tooth, we're going to see this, and you're going to start talking about pain and money and stuff like that, it's going to really put somebody in a real negative mindset. But if you open up a question with, if we can wave a magic wand, or, if I can make this situation better, what would your outcome be? What do you envision this to be? And then, of course, once you do that, they're going to, the third question you should move on to is the reality, which is, tell me what's happening right now, so that they're going to be prompting into an uncomfortable state. And, this is where the reality is, but at least you opened up the gamut to be something of a positive note. And then once you get into that, they're going to start listing all the problems and the roadblocks. And so there's 2 kinds of people. There are the people that are stuck in their reality, and they are focusing so much on the problem that they are obsessing over it. And then there are the solution finders. So you got the reality thinkers, and then you have the solution finders. Your job as a salesperson is to be the solution finder. So basically, in order to move them along, you pretty much have to help them address their problem, and then see how you can fit that problem into a solution. And the best way to wrap it all up is to say, let me ask you a question. What's getting in your way? How's that working out for you? Or what is that costing you as your reality continues? So that they understand that they're addressing their awareness in their situation right now. And that, of course, they waved the magic wand and they told you exactly what a better place would be. And then your job is to help them find that solution. So basically, this one right here is just the roadblocks, and addressing the roadblocks and having them talk about their problems, and facing that reality of, what's getting in their way. And basically, once all 3 steps have gone through, this is a very important one. It's summing it all up and repeating it back to them. So summing it up, the 3 things that you have to talk about is their vision, their reality, and roadblocks. So, their vision for today is perfectly happy, healthy teeth that are not in pain. The reality is they have a toothache, their teeth are crooked, but they're terrified of the cost, and the roadblock that's stopping them is probably finance. But as a salesperson, you can always say, well, what if we can make a payment plan of $250 a month, and that we will get you into this place? But in order to address that, I take that back. Before you actually give them that solution, repeat back exactly what they said in these 3 steps, okay? To repeat it back and say, look, we're going to make you into a rock star. Don't worry about it. And we have the solution right here. Just reassure them that, you know, this problem is going to be solved if you just trust us. And then you can move on to repeating, giving them the solution. And so there is something called the 6, what is it called? I'm sorry. The 6 magic pills that will close any sale. And so basically, if you can imagine, the step number 1 is to state the problem, which is basically what we just did. And the second thing is the prescription. Here is what you will need. Basically, you just have to tell them, here's what you need, or here's the prescription. And then you make the promise and make sure you over-deliver on your promise, or just be true to your integrity by saying, you know, something like, we're going to rock it for you. You know, we're going to get this problem fixed, and you're going to feel amazing, and you're going to have perfectly shiny white teeth, and we're going to get rid of that toothache too. You're never going to have these problems again in that particular area, because we're going to do a root canal, but you will not feel pain because of the fact that we're going to give you enough medication so that you will just be very comfortable as we are going to do this procedure. And then you just basically, from that step, is after giving them the problem, the best thing you can do is storytell and tell them, I had a similar client, I had a similar situation where I had the toothache too, I was on the treadmill and it just bursted into pain out of nowhere, and that I was in an emergency room, I didn't have money. And then, you know, just tell them your story and just say, I get it. I totally understand your feelings, your worries, your anxiety. But here's the solution I found. That I'm going to suggest to you because I went through this process as well. And this situation and this prescription worked. And then once you move that up, once you move past that, allow them to talk, allow them to express their story too. Listen. It's vitally important to listen and, you know, to what they have to say. And then basically repeat it back to them. I understand that you are worried, but we're going to make you into a rock star and everything's going to be okay. So once we sum everything up as far as the experience and, you know, giving them our story and stuff like that, the best thing you could say to them is, okay, now that we understand how the solution is, now that we found the solution, where would you like to go from here? Would you like to continue this session or would you not? And more than likely, of course, they're going to say, yes, I would like to have this toothache gone. And then basically, you present this before you ask the price. And so, you know, basically, is there anything else that I need to know? Ask them questions. That is the most vitally important thing that will close a sale. Once you hear all their objections and let them all air out, they're ready to make that commitment and that decision. And then you present the price. And once you have all 3 of these things together, you're going to pretty much close the sale. So basically, that's pretty much what he told me. But once you hit the price, then you pretty much are going to just go back to the vision and say, so what you're telling me is that you want perfectly happy, healthy teeth, and that you're not going to be in any more pain. And because of this, the solution will cost you this much. And then they'll either decide to stay in pain or pay you. So basically, that's what I've learned from John. He was a very good mentor. I probably could do I'm doing such a quick job of this that if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm going to do a very extensive training on this so that every little question, every little detail will be in there. But this is just like to canvas it for you guys so that you can kind of understand that the most vitally important thing you can do to close your sales is to ask the person and listen. Don't talk about you in any other, but talk and listen from their perspective and allow them to share their story, because they're thinking in their head, but then your goal is to get them to start thinking in the subconscious mind. And what is the underlying fear and the trouble? So the only way you're going to do it is through talking about their vision, their reality, and how is it working out for them now? And what is that roadblock? Then give them the prescription and reiterate what they said to you, give them the prescription, and then close the sale. So hopefully this will help you. And again, any other kind of questions, just say hi and be on the lookout for further trainings from me. Again, this is just a quick one because I did make a promise, but hopefully this will add you value. And again, the book you need to read is called Ask, real simple, Ask by Ryan Levesque, because he really helps you also with the questions that you need to know and how to move people so that they're in a state of fear, and then help them move into the future set of finding their solution and getting it done. So hopefully this will help you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.